Om Shanti. Om Shanti. We have our yearly plan to visit Madhuban. It's a yearly plan, right? Before leaving, we think about our next visit, so we must come to Madhuban, make our bookings, and then take flight, bus, and all that transport, and then finally we arrive here. We know that Madhuban is the sacred space. It's a place of tapasya, and also Shiv Baba through Brahma Baba showed us how to sustain the yajna. Yajna was created in 1937, and then they shifted after partition of the country. They were in Pakistan, what we call now, but before was undivided India. But when it was divided, then 1951, because of the numbers, where Baba with so many hundreds of children will stay, was not possible in cities. So the families, friends, and the well-wishers, they chose this mountain, and so in 1951 they came here. In 1952 actually service began, little bit in Delhi after a year. So actually the service, the first phase of service began at that time in 1951. So one was to create the whole new setup, no? How will it function, and then service began, then how the service has to be done. Baba started giving directions. But also Brahma Baba himself, what he did, I was fortunate to come to Madhuban in guess which year? Huh? 1958 was my first visit, and I was still a student in university, first year of my college, and Baba said, come and spend your vacation here. So I accepted the invitation, so I came, and it was Panda Bhavan. Now it's very big, but very small. And if they had 12 guests, maximum they can keep for 12. 12 was maximum. If there were extra brothers, then we had to put up tents outside, like when you go to dining area, that side, put up a tent. So it's like Baba, when I came, somebody told me in Delhi that best time to be getting vibrations or being around Baba is the time Baba wakes up in the morning. So I asked them what time Baba wakes up. So they say that very early in the morning, between 2:30 to 2:45 is when he naturally wakes up. And so some of us who were new were very kind of keen into following what Brahma Baba is doing. So I also, at that time, and until now I have habit, it's not I stay on from 2:45 until 4:45, it becomes longer but it's just this whole thing of the pure energy, the vibrations at that time, very, very beautiful. So one of the most important experience which I heard you all pay attention to, but can also pay more attention, is to your few hours of Amrit Vela. Someone was sharing with me before going, day before yesterday, that in the morning I do Amrit Vela, then I visit all the 4 pilgrimage places, and it's not very crowded in Madhuban at that time, those who are staying there, or even here. So we can really take a lot of benefit of Amrit Vela here. But what is most important is, if you want to take benefit, is to leave everything, forget everything. Your country, your citizen, your center, your family, situations, whatever is happening. Because there is something, is always there, which kind of blocks that energy. So just you are at Baba's home, you have reached here, you are very fortunate to make it. This is Baba's asylum, this is home, this is university, whatever you call it. But once I have arrived, I just give everything to Baba. I am your child, you are responsible for me. I have come to experience parents' sustenance, because you are my parents. Just become like a child. When we used to come in those days, Baba used to plan a lot to receive us. Children are coming from kingdom of Ravan. So from there they coming to God's home. So Baba used to prepare to receive us. Prepare both ways, of course, a lot of love, but also, I don't know how many of you know that before you all come, how much they clean, they think of your list of vegetables and whatever little, it's like preparing to receive is there. So then why, I remember somebody started talking to Daddy as soon as it came about service. Daddy said, talk about self first. Start with the self. Service is when you go. Then you will do service. And I have to do service. I have to be okay. Very important that I am okay. Not only okay, but I have to be full. No? So one of the suggestions I have is that just really forget, because you don't have to get ready in the morning, get your breakfast ready to go to work. Think of then making food, offering bhog. Bhog is offered, food is cooked. You are like prince and princess here. You are like living gods and goddesses. You go, tea is ready, breakfast is ready, lunch is ready, snacks, then tea, then dinner. Anytime you go, you are most welcome and served. So really there is no that kind of timetable which we have to follow when we are at our own places. So just realize and have that feeling and self-respect or self-pride that I have come to God's home. I am under God's asylum. I have come for sustenance. And also Baba used to say, you come here on vacation from Maya. There Maya is always kind of chasing you, kingdom of Maya. But here you have come, God's home, God's kingdom. So angels are around you. You are surrounded by angels here. So just keep those feelings that whatever different situations, energies, whatever concerns are there, just have determination that for 2 weeks, 10 days, as long as you are staying, you're not allowing your mind to go there. Because you don't look at the date here, you don't know the day unless they tell tomorrow is Sunday. So Avyakt Murli, you say, oh really, it's Sunday already. So we become unaware about many. I have come to India since long time. I was in Chennai and other places, and I will be here another 6 weeks or so. But I even don't think about the world news, or if something drastic happen or something, somebody always shares. and say, oh, do you know this happened, that happened? But it's not that I feel the pull that I want to know. So it's like take benefit by, as I said, any heaviness you have, any concerns you have, give to Baba. And enjoy those relationships with Baba. I am child, he is parents, I am student, he is teacher, he is my guide, he is my friend. Enjoy relationships here. As many relationships you want to experience, you can do that. So this is how then Brahma Baba, like all of us then, at that time, 5:45, there used to be meditation, and 6 o'clock, Baba will, Mama used to give Murli for 15-20 minutes. 6:20, Baba will come and give Murli until 7. So same is our routine. That means when internally I have cleared, there's nothing in my intellect, what you're doing is receiving a lot of power. Because if there is anything in between you and Baba, anything, you can't take power from Baba. You can't experience. For experiencing, you have to keep your intellect very light. And then through study, that whatever I study, my thoughts, my words, my actions during day will be based on that. So it's natural churning is there. Whole day really that should be like what Baba said, you're thinking, you're speaking, sharing with each other. We don't do service, but one of the service we do when we sit and we share is like sustaining each other. So this way, following the timetable, of course, Brahma Baba's days, we used to do a lot of karma yoga. Every group had to take care of yajna. One day cooking, one day cleaning grains, one day helping them to make beds, and some knew how to sew, stitching, whatever they needed, because there were not many people. So each group just put in all the effort too. So we were part of yajna. Here also they invite you to come chop vegetables or whatever way you could help. It's good to do little bit of, then you feel at home, you feel you extending hand, and the feelings of belonging to yajna also comes. So whenever, it's not just they ask for, but wherever your interest is, opportunity is. You want to learn Toli, then you should go in Toli department. You want to know how they prepare bhog, how they, whatever you want to see. I always find that it's very interesting to be part of yajna, because when I came, as I said, for us 5 days was like karma yoga. And because physically, like externally, natural environment is very pure and the vibrations are very, very pure. Both ways. Place is very clean, the vibrations are very, very spiritual, very beautiful vibrations. As you all heard that sister, some shared, I was part of that team for 3 days silence. So yesterday we went to do 4 pilgrimage places. And it was such a beautiful feeling only about this pure energy, which is so much needed for whether it's my healing, for it's, it's just pure energy to inhale, take that pure energy. Whether you sit in front of Tower of Peace or in your Baba's room, because that's the purest energy, and it has lot of healing, because that's the pure energy which I'm going to take with me when I return, so that any time I just can again use those vibrations. power and the experience which you get in Madhuban becomes your protection when you are not here, when you are out in the world. One time, I think he was deputy prime minister, whatever, of a country, Caribbean, he came here and he wanted to spend night, but because of security reasons, Indian government said no, just half a day. So he came, he had breakfast, lunch, and then he had to leave. And when he returned to his country, there was a coup. The government was overthrown and they all were taken as hostages. So they were in that parliament building for a few days. And I happened to go there. It was one day before they had released few people, and he was one of them. And he was asked to be the acting prime minister. So when he knew that I have come, he was very happy and, come, you must give message to our country, we are in trouble. And he put me in his office on this national television. But he said, whenever these gunmen came around me, I just felt I took myself in Madhuban. He said, I just said, I am in Tower of Peace, I am here. He said, whenever they passed me, they didn't hurt me. They say everyone, whether they shot them in leg or something, but not. And also they released me and said, we trust you and you will be now acting until whatever happens. And I was thinking, look at he spent half a day. But by emerging those vibrations and the feelings, the protection, the security. So there are a lot of insecurities, may not be from external violence, but internally also. Emerging Madhuban, that means when I'm taking this pure energy from here, I have to use that. Whenever any kind of insecurity arises, and just emerge, Baba's Drishti. Emerge in such a way or become like an angel that nobody can see you. You know what I'm saying? Even if they see you, it's like they are watching an angel. And of course, using the time to do your homework, to do drill or practice is very important, because this time Baba said, practice, experience, and image of that experience. And I was very touched by that I am practicing as many times as possible. Most of you must have done your drill 10 times, 12 times, and you must be continuing to do your drill. So when you do your drill, it's a practice you are doing. And anytime you are practicing, that's what during day Dadi Janki asked me to share the experience. He said, generally, most of us always think, I'm too busy, we have groups coming. One sister, Sudha, was there, she had such a big group from Russia was coming. Geeta Ben from here said, how the things will go on if 3 days just in Bhatti. But amazingly, each one of us found that what we were supposed to do or tell people to do, they were doing naturally. It's like our tapasya, the vibrations of tapasya, that energy was making activities go on, not because I have to do it, I am told to do, I'm responsible, So that's really the outcome was that as much we practice, as much we do drill and create that stage, and you see the impact, the success, impossible becomes possible. You have to, if you have to say, will be few words. You might not even have to say. So that is that way. I had mentioned, I don't know in this class, but the way I put it, my drill is, one time before Amrit Vela, either in corporeal stage or angelic stage. And then I do 1:45 after Amrit Vela. Then you do one before Murli and one after Murli. 4 times during day, and then before 7 o'clock meditation, or when you start 7 o'clock, then 7:30, then one after dinner, one before sleeping. It makes it 12. Whichever you feel like doing it, whether incorporeal or angelic, any, just take it. I will take that drill towards the end and see how both drills are they give such beautiful experiences, because being a karma yogi without angelic stage and incorporeal is just a karma yogi, means. But if you have incorporeal, angelic and karma yogi, really miracles can happen, magic can happen, and you just feel that how everything it's a new kind of energy which is flowing and things are operating. So one of the important thing is that as many times as possible, just take a pause and say, 10 minutes for my drill, 10 minutes for my practice. So when you put these into your timetable, Madhuban we can definitely do. We had been doing even in New York, but in Madhuban it's very easy to do. Everyone should try to reach to at least 12 times your drill. And then you see the changes in you. Really, there is nothing like any problem or difficulty or relationships, everything. From these two stages, lot of achievements, lot of attainments. Attainments are personal and achievements are what I am doing. And it's God's task, we are instruments. And the quality of instrument is really very important. You will see if a good singer is traveling, orchestra of that singer is also of that quality, you know. So even if we are Baba's instrument, I can't just say I'm God's instrument, but I have to keep upgrading the quality so that Baba, when he plays, it's beautiful. It comes out very nicely. So also this way, integrate your practice during the day. But remember that it's the sake we have come to pilgrimage place. No? We have come to very pure, sacred space. And also land of tapasya, land of divine activities of God. God performed from here. Yeah? He performed because he talked and he gave drishti. You know that in Avyak, now the part of Avyak Babdada is that when Dadi Gulzar sits, goes in trance and Baba comes. But during Brahma Baba's time, it was any time Shiv Baba will come. So all the time our aim used to be, Baba used to say, if you are in body consciousness, Shiv Baba won't come and give drishti. So we used to be so much in soul consciousness so that when Shiv Baba comes, gives me drishti. And Brahma Baba will know that this child is in soul consciousness. There used to be a lot of this attention of, I remember one time, afternoon time, because there was fixed time, 4 o'clock tea, and we all will have tea, and 4:45 Baba will come, and where there is Tower of Peace used to be court for playing badminton. So Baba will come, we all will come out, and Baba used to play with us, and suddenly he will stop. And he say, with whom are you playing? So in the beginning, we didn't know, we said it's Baba. He said, no, Bab Dada. You're playing with Bab Dada. So we used to feel that now Shiv Baba has come in Brahma Baba. Baba used to walk around in kitchen before lunch in the afternoon. So activity, God's activity with children, so that has left lot of power. And also its importance of study. Day before when we went to meet Dadi Gulzar, Brother Nirvair also came and joined us. He was saying that he spent a lot of time studying Murli. And he used one word I liked. He said one is to listen to Murli, other is a scholarly study. So I asked him, what do you mean by scholarly study? He meant that means when you have to go for exam or you have to do some experiments or something, then what have you understood? Not only what you have heard, but what you have captured, what you have taken. So there is a lot of time also to absorb Murli, to study. I know that sometimes there could be meetings, there could be chat, there could be get-togethers, a little bit of social interaction within the Brahmin family. That's also important because learning how to communicate, learning how to be loving, learning how to be together with hundreds, which we are not used to when we are at our places. So this Thursday morning, Baba was saying it's a place for solitude, but also it's a place for collective, being in a big family. Because in big family, you need a lot of adjustment, right? You come to know how do you respect others, how do you talk to others. It's like a lot of learning in big family. So I think every moment spent, every hour spent, every day spent here should make it very, very special. Even there is a routine in the sense of you have to come for Murli, you have to come for class, then you have to, it's all right. That's physical routine, but internally the aim should be such. And also it's a very good place to practice keeping chart also. Before sleeping, just my relationship with Baba as Supreme Judge. Baba, here is my chart. I did well. Whatever little I didn't, one of the things, maybe I forgot you, I ask for forgiveness and clear it. Because I start with Baba as father, then as teacher, then as my guide, then as friend, and nighttime Supreme Judge, before sleeping, so that my accounts are clear. I am not carrying anything. And another aspect is because the vibrations are very spiritual, loving, and full of yoga, and because you are free physically in the sense of you don't have fixed duties, it's a place where you can make your intellect very subtle. Because you don't have to get engaged. Generally, intellect gets very engaged into action. Here you can make your intellect very pure, clean, and very subtle. So subtle intellect is what you will carry with you. When you go, you will find the difference. Or subtle, or we say avyakt. Subtle is also avyakt. So I find that if there is attention, proper attention, you will find that when you are leaving, you are not only full, not only you have good experiences, but you really take for whole year. So that you can keep using what you have taken from here. And really, as I said, whatever programs are planned, but it's a very individual attention on the quality which I keep of my practice, of my receiving. But just underline this, that as good is your stage, That much you are able to receive from Baba. And if I have to receive, if I have to inherit from Baba, I have to take from Baba, I have to keep my stage very good. And stage comes through practice. You all must have heard that 7 o'clock that the Gulzar will come, give class, and also Toli, and will also give drishti to everyone. First I thought I will conduct meditation 7 to 7:30, but the program is different now. She's coming at 7. So I really want that we do drill. There are 2 ways to do it, from corporeal to subtle to incorporeal, or starting from incorporeal, subtle, to come here. So we can do both way, right? So that you can experience and take maximum of that and do it as many times as during day is possible. And it's really very beautiful. I had been kind of doing very regimentally, and I find that it has become like, even with these 3 days of silence, and we took 3 topics in our bhatti. One was, first one was Satopradhan remembrance, what it means to have Satopradhan remembrance, because it's the remembrance which is making you Satopradhan. We are pure but not Satopradhan. And second day we took were different kinds of self-respect. And third day was image of accomplishment, Siddhi Sarup. It's just the thought should be so pure and powerful. It manifests and it happens. You don't have to really do anything much. So how to attain that? Because service is increasing. How much you can just keep running around? And one of the most important thing here is to practice mansa seva, service through the mind. A quality mind, a quality thought is needed to serve. So if I want to serve through the thought, serve through the mind, mansa seva, or kind of receiving sakash and giving sakash to others, I think Madhuban is the appropriate place for that. Every thought which is good quality thought, which is pure thought, which is divine thought, has such a vibrant impact. Somewhere, somebody is receiving it. You might not even know. Like for us, people know us, so they will call or they will say, oh, when we thought we felt this, but it's unknown, but it's shared. So a lot of this mansa seva or experiencing sakash, because sakash is light plus might, combined. Prakash is light and sakash is light and might. Brahma Baba also used to mention us about use of sakash. One time a sister was sent to open a center, and around 11 Baba felt kind of some feelings about her not being safe or not being at right place. Baba said he just sat and he started giving a lot of light and might to that soul. So that soul was in a situation and started getting very powerful thought, let me do this, come out of this. Like she was feeling as if she is being clearly instructed. And next morning or next day when she called and she said, Baba, I was in situation, but I was feeling that you were communicating and you were giving me all these directions. So this is kind of sustenance and the support we can give, not just to the family, but to whole world. That through our light and might, they can create that protection, they can create that power. So I think Madhuban is actually the right place to spend time for that also. So we will do 15 minutes drill. looking at time, so this is how your time, your energy, and I guarantee you that don't worry about anything. Why I'm saying it? Because everything will get sorted out. Everything has solution. But don't take back same energy, or don't bring that again and again here. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Will this happen? No. Yes, Baba said, children, you are image of accomplishment. It's going to be very good. And this year is a very promising year, very promising. You will find lot of very elevated and very significant things will be experienced in our lives, even outside turmoil and all kinds of calamities. Doesn't matter, but our inner experiences and experiences of being instrument for God will be very, very beautiful this year. That's what my feelings, the way the year has started. I had been experiencing. I was traveling in whole January almost. I was in few different countries. Then I was traveling in India. And I have this feeling that every day will be very, very beautiful day for each one of you in your personal life and also for service. So I suggest everyone to sit properly as you are already, but still just your feet on ground, and it's good not to rest your head on the chair. So the light change can. Just clear your mind and your vessel of intellect and mind very, very clean. Because what I have to receive, what I have to do is very, very pure, very sacred. So vessels needs to be clean. Mind is vessel, your intellect is vessel, so just whatever is there, empty it, clean it. Start receiving. As mind becomes calmer, and I start becoming aware of my own existence. As this spiritual entity, a very beautiful, sparkling, point of light. And this awareness of being a soul creates this total focus. And I experience myself as this being of light, very comfortable, restful on my seat of the center of forehead. I could feel my pure energy म्यूजिक को बंद कर दो. Very, very pure and subtle. And now I use the rays of this light and fill in entire inner space with this light. You can go as deep as you can. And carry this light with your breath deep within you, so that your inner space is just light and pure energy. I also use these rays of light and pure energy to create a beautiful costume of angel. And start becoming aware of the truth within me. Is pure love. Deep silence. There is peace. Just being a soul, incorporeal but in angelic form. I decide to take two wings for me. I want to take a wing of contentment and also enthusiasm. Use these two wings to go beyond beyond these five elements. As I go beyond, go above, and move towards this beautiful realm of light, this is just the beginning of the subtle region. And in this element of light, I invoke my guide, Supreme Angel. My guardian angel, my parents, one who helps me to always stay beyond. Have trust and be detached observer. While taking this loveful drishti from Avyak Bapdada, I just merge myself this Supreme Angel open his arms, and I move forward very gently. And I just allow these arms to be around me. Baba's unconditional love. This eternal relationship. Creates very beautiful feelings. Of belonging to one. Totally free. There is experience of this gentle power I know if I go beyond, there is also my sweet home, incorporeal world, the world of silence. That's where I have to go. In this beautiful golden red light. My sweet home. As I enter, there is experience of great joy. As a soul, child of God, taking God's blessings and powers. Using my wings of angel as I connect with this world where I still have to play my part. But I will with beauty, with truth, trust, lightness, enthusiasm, courage. I integrate incorporeal into angelic to a karma yogi, so that I use my sense organs but to these two stages. Now we will be listening to the Gurusar, not just listening, but receiving. Om Shanti.